A woman is going into having an abortion smiling, saying, I can't wait to have my abortion. And she said, when I saw you standing on the sidewalk, I said in my heart, this is my sign. And I drove on by, and then I came back because I wanted to talk to you and find out if you had any ideas for me. We ended up taking her to the pregnancy care center just a few miles away. But you are a witness. You are that sign of hope. You are that sign of love for the people around you. That love to say, call the evil for what it is. Call the atrocity for what it is. Expose that evil, because the world is putting on blinders. The world is being lied to. People are in their hurt. They're trying to shut down, and they don't want to talk about it. They don't want to think about it. But as we speak that truth of what abortion does to the child, how it harms women, how it harms fathers, how it's harming the family, it's breaking apart our country, how we also are a sign of hope to say we can do better. So I want to encourage each one of you, don't just march today, this week, don't just rally, but stand up every day, one way or another. Find that what God has for you, because each of us have a unique role to play. And that's the last thing I want to leave you with. That we survived, I survived, my generation, Roe v. Wade. We are survivors. And thank God for the gift of our lives, each of us for the gift of our life. But now our lives have a purpose. And today's crisis, today's fight is before us. It is very clear, all of the political issues, all of the social issues, all of the problems, but if we deny the weakest member of society, what is left for our society? As Mother Teresa says, if we allow a mother to kill her own child, what is left but for you and for I to kill one another? So as we stand up to this great evil and ask in our hearts, what is my role? How can I fight? Let us together create a nation that is one of true love and one that respects and protects, and it demands protection for every life, no matter what. Thank you so much. God bless you all.
Okay. Like I said, we survived Samoa, Philippines together, and then Sierra just recently survived the island of Cambodia. But more importantly than that, we are survivors of potential victims of Roe versus Wade as well. Not just spanning 3 generations, but 3 decades. You see, it's my honor and privilege to share with you a little personal story about a journey that affects all 3 of us. It started 30 years ago when my best friend came to me in high school and said that she thinks she might be pregnant. She met me at my locker and said, what do we do? I said, I don't know. I was a single mom, but both her mother and father were very plugged into her life. They helped her make a good decision. She now has a 29-year-old son, and she's been married to that father for 29 years. Very, very proud of her. Well, a couple years later, I found myself in that exact same situation. This time a little bit older. Lived out of the house, worked 2 jobs, 18 years old, and I found out that me and my fiance at the time were going to be expecting. I know that fear that every woman goes through when they find out that they're pregnant. No matter what your situation is, am I ready to do this? Am I ready to be a mom? I was living with a friend at the time, and she thought she was doing the right thing, and she said, hey, I made you an appointment at Planned Parenthood. And I was a little confused at this time because I knew I was already pregnant. I knew that I didn't need to be tested if I was pregnant. I wasn't aware of what other practices they performed. So I said, well, I know I'm pregnant. I don't need to go see a doctor. And she said, no, I made an appointment for you to have an abortion if you want one. I was gobstruck. I was at a crossroads where I never thought I would have to be at. I didn't even know that that was an option for me. And I praise the Lord that both myself and my best friends were able to walk out of the jaws of Planned Parenthood, because we did not know what that facility did. And that leads me to you folks. Because of the work you guys have all been doing, and because your continued effort to bring awareness to what Planned Parenthood does now, everybody is aware of what goes on at Planned Parenthood now. Everybody is aware of that, and that's because of you guys. Thank you. Thank you. So now that brings us to this current generation. You know, it wasn't but a couple years ago, I found myself faced with another unplanned pregnancy, but this time it wasn't me. It was my 17-year-old daughter. Now, we weren't told in the traditional way of, Mom, Dad, can I talk to you? We actually found a note that she had written in her bedroom to the father that was saying, I'm pregnant, we're gonna get it taken care of. Once it's taken care of, I'll go to the gym, our relationship will be better, everything will be okay. And as a mother that hears that, and as a father as well, I know I can speak for my husband, it is as if somebody takes your heart out of the chest and is standing on it. So, as I continued to read the letter, it said that, but don't worry, the father's mother was going to meet her at school and pick her up and take her down to Planned Parenthood. Well, over my dead body.